Combination of what we have coming in logistics, health, commerce, automotive, there is a remarkable opportunity for all of us in this room to adopt digital capabilities in marketplaces to scale our growth. The second, as I mentioned, is to drive innovation, both in the clusters as well as through the innovation quotient, and make sure that with FICCI, we are developing and driving capability building programs for MSMEs to fully take advantage of the market opportunities ahead. So it's an exciting time. We really believe this is India's century. In order to achieve India's century, we have laid out for each of those 10 sectors metrics and initiatives. There are 4 execution capabilities, but this is not about a report. This is about action. Actions will start right away on innovation, and on MSME and other scale-up opportunities. And I look forward to the panel that we move to right now to talk about what are each of these leaders doing in their companies and how we move this forward. Thank you very much. Anish, you have already driven an incredible transformation at Mahindra over the last couple of years since you've become Group CEO. We've discussed a huge set of opportunities coming up in India's century. How do you see Mahindra's portfolio evolving to take advantage of the tailwinds we've just discussed?
So thanks, Alok, and I'm going to take a minute to just emphasize the importance of this initiative. You've heard a lot about China plus one, and now, more recently, Europe plus one. But why is it plus one? Why is it not India at the core? Why are we on the periphery? What's missing? If you look at what we have today, we've got the best talent. We've got innovation that happens across our universities, across various different areas in India. We have the manufacturing strength now, and I'll come back, I'll look specifically to what Mahindra is doing around manufacturing as well. We have a government that's committed to driving change, to getting logistics better in India, a number of other things happening. So why is India still plus one? These are the actions that will drive us from plus one to becoming India at the core. Driving innovation at scale, I think, is critical to making that happen. The collaboration across businesses, across large firms and MSMEs, across innovators, it is this collaboration that's going to make it happen. And therefore, this initiative is one that talks about action, and one that will come back to the world, the FICCI community, on a regular basis to talk about what are the results of that action that we've taken over the next few years. And therefore, that's very important. So having given that background, I'd like to talk about what Mahindra is doing. We're engaged in a number of industries that are outlined in this report which are critical for India. And I will start with manufacturing. In automobile today, we compete with all the global makers, except for some who left India where they couldn't find India an attractive market, or they couldn't serve the demands of consumers in India. But all other global players are here. Despite that, we have domestic manufacturers, both Mahindra and Tata, not just competing, but winning in this space. And if we can win in India, why can we not win around the world? We have the capabilities here, why can we not take it around the world now? So we have the ability to do that. That's one big area for us. Similar in tractors. Mahindra today is the #1 tractor maker in the world, if you look at volume of tractors. And that's something that continues to grow. Logistics, holidays, real estate, technology, financial services, these are all areas that we are driving scale. I think the common word for us is scale right now. We have a number of businesses that are very well positioned in industries they're in, and getting them to scale is what we're doing at this point in time.
Thank you, Anish. I think we're going to get into a bit of a deeper conversation, but I do believe the minister is actually about to join us. And so I'm just going to request for the audience, maybe we actually want to get into a deeper conversation with each of the panelists, but I would suggest that we perhaps have the minister join us at this stage and share his perspectives, and then we can reconstitute the panel and come back at that time.
We'll request you to please keep sitting on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely pleased to have the kind presence of Honorable Minister Shri Nitin J. Gadkari ji, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India. He's joining us virtually. Sir, a very warm welcome to you on the 95th AGM and Annual Conventions of FICCI. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in extending a very warm and hearty welcome to Honorable Minister. May I request Mr. Sanjeev Mehta to please come on stage and make his welcome address. And also I would request him to kindly welcome Honorable Minister with the FICCI Green Certificate virtually as a mark and gesture of welcome.
Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. Welcome once again to the 95th AGM and Annual Convention of FICCI. It's a privilege and honor to have Shri Nitin Gadkari ji amidst us today. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Shri Gadkari ji needs no introduction. He has been a perfectionist in all his endeavors. He's a great in terms of execution of projects and has been at the forefront in carrying forward the growth aspirations of India. His passion, his charisma and thrust laid on innovation are unmatched, and his untiring enthusiasm and commitment towards development of the nation has always set him apart. Honorable Minister, the vision set out by Honorable Prime Minister for India's prosperity and leadership over the next 25 years, the amrit kaal period, has made us dream bigger. The theme for today's annual convention, India at 100, was chosen with a very careful thought. I am pleased to share, Mr. Minister, that we at FICCI have also embarked on a unique and special initiative called India Century. Over the course of last 6 months, we've been working with FICCI's sectoral committees and industrial leaders across more than 200 organizations to establish a roadmap for the next 25 years for our country, and have been supported by McKinsey & Company in this initiative. This collaborative effort has helped us identify actions, unlocks and enablers that will help India achieve the vision of becoming a high-income economy by 2047, in line with the vision of Honorable Prime Minister for the amrit kaal period. The transformational reform measures introduced over the last 8 years have laid the foundation for India's high growth trajectory. The all-inclusive, all-pervasive and all-round development initiatives of the government are transforming in India, and each step is bringing us closer to an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Initiatives like the Prime Minister Gati Shakti National Master Plan, the National Logistics Policy, will be instrumental in creating an integrated pathway towards economic development. The increased spending on infrastructure development is leading to a multiplier effect in rejuvenating the aggregate demand in the economy. Undoubtedly, robust growth of infrastructure is the key ingredient to realize the vision of a self-reliant India. Infrastructure construction alone has the potential to contribute 25% of incremental gross non-farm jobs by 2030. In addition, strengthening logistics and transportation infrastructure can potentially bring down the logistical costs, which is higher by about 400 to 500 bps as compared to our peer group countries. Alongside the foundation for a stronger economy, we have seen significant improvement in India's carbon footprint and focus on sustainability with the National Hydrogen Mission. India has the potential to gain global leadership, and it will help reduce the country's carbon footprint and offer new opportunities for industry at the same time. I would like to reiterate that the government, the industry, the masses all have a shared vision for India's future in all sectors, be it education, health, inclusivity, environment, technology, infrastructure and governance. Ensuring the development of the sectors will ensure a harmonious living for all and help us become a developed nation. Thank you once again, Mantri ji, for being with us today. Much appreciate your presence.
We now present the FICCI Green Certificate to Honorable Minister as a welcome gesture. Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji has totally transformed the transport infrastructure landscape in the country today. A visionary with great ideas and innovative approach, Shri Gadkari delivers what he promises. The exponential increase in project completion speed is undoubtedly due to his personal involvement and in-depth study of the projects, as well as his efforts to resolve issues associated with the projects. The push given to alternative fuels like ethanol, green hydrogen and methanol by Gadkari ji is indeed laudable, as it has the potential to decarbonize our future energy needs. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, to kindly deliver his keynote address.
All distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to be speaking virtually at the annual general meeting of FICCI's 95th annual convention. I am delighted to share my perspective on India at 100 Amrit Kaal for sustainable and inclusive development. Today, we are the fastest growing major economy in the world, and the next 25 years will be the Amrit Kaal for world-class infrastructure development and creating manufacturing hubs by using cutting-edge technology is very important. The association like FICCI are the true ambassador to drive this vision. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, India is all set to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025. India is on the path to build an inclusive Bharat by following the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas and Sabka Vishwas. With this philosophy of all inclusive development, our government is aiming to boost investment, economic growth and employment creation to achieve sustainable development. We need to have cooperation, coordination and communication between the all stakeholders is very important. The Sustainable Development Goal integration is an enabler for every policy creation to maintain sustainability and future-proofing. Being one of the fastest growing countries globally, India plays a key role in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals Agenda 2030. According to UNGC, UN Global Compact, 50% of delivery of the global goals are expected to come from the progress made in India. Hence, all of us play a very crucial role in creating the platform for sustainable growth. The sustainable business models can be scalable solutions while managing long-term risks and generating significant social and environmental benefits for the entire world. To boost sustainability, our government is progressing on the policy of adopting import substitute, cost-effective, pollution-free and indigenous. Particularly, I will request to all of you that we should have a first priority for the important agenda for achieving this goal is how we can increase our export and how we are going to reduce our import. The people like you who are successfully doing excellent job in their business and manufacturing sector, they are the best judges who can identify the sectors and who can contribute towards this mission to make India Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are also working on development of alternative clean and green fuels like bio-CNG, LNG, methanol, ethanol, biodiesel, electric and hydrogen fuel cell technology. Within the renewable technologies, solar and biomass sectors have huge opportunity to fulfill huge energy requirement. Now we have just received the research from CSR and the Central Research Organization to convert Parali, the rice straw, into biobitumen. 70% biobitumen and 30% organic carbon, that is biochar, which can be a great use in the agriculture sector. We are also making waste to wealth. From Parali we can make bioethanol and biobitumen. Here both things which are important, that where we can reduce our import and protect our pollution. So within the renewable technology, solar and biomass sectors have huge opportunities to fulfill not only power, but even they can make the research on the basis of they can make different type of products by using the product technology, which can be which products will be the import substitute. The electric mobility would be the most effective transport system by 2030. Couple of days back, one of Canadian company had come to me to show that how we can get cobalt and manganese from mining in the ocean waters. It is very important to make the research on it. They showed me the sample of mining material and they claim that it will reduce the cost of batteries if we can use it as the source of cobalt. Lot of research is happening globally with regards to battery chemistry. We should be the leaders in this sector. Today, our automobile industry is of rupees 7.5 lakh crores and we want to take it up to 15 lakh crores. This will create a lot of new jobs and make India as one of the biggest automobile manufacturers in the world. Our focus is to save these automobiles run on alternative fuels. Recently launched a flex fuel car which can run on 100% bioethanol and 40% on electricity. These alternative fuel solutions will create a huge business opportunity for our country. Out of the total renewable power generated, 38% of the electricity generated from solar energy, which has been targeted towards 60%. The green hydrogen is a fuel for the future and it is a sustainable alternative for fossil fuel like coal and crude oil. India is in an excellent position to shape itself an energy exporter, and this can be only possible due to the potential of green hydrogen in India. In near future, the green hydrogen will be source of energy in aviation, railway, road transport, chemical and fertilizer industry. India has potential to become a global manufacturing hub and exporter for green hydrogen in near future. Sustainability is also increasingly recognized as an important part of the construction industry. We know that construction industry not only contributes significantly to the environmental pollution, but also consumes 40% of the global materials and resources. Our focus is on reducing the cost of construction and improving the quality of construction. As we are aware, cement and steel are the major components for construction. Our ministry itself consumes about 40% of these materials in the country. So we are trying to minimize the use of cement and steel in construction work by trying to adopt substitute. We should use flash, oil slag, waste plastic, waste rubber, demolition waste. This is very important. These substitutes will not only save the environment but also reduce the cost of construction by solving the problem of cartelization. We should encourage use of modified bitumen made by mixing waste rubber and waste plastic, while topping technique reduces the operation and maintenance cost and thereby making a saving in the cost in the range of 20 to 30%. Compared to conventional cement concrete pavement, Indian Oil Corporation has developed a technology for conversion of rice straw thoroughly into the ethanol and biobitumen of quality 150 ton per day in Panipat. The soil stabilization technology saves quantity of aggregates and improves the strength and life of the structures. In hilly terrain, it is very difficult to get aggregates. Soil stabilizer play a key role in such projects. We have mandated use of precast components in national highway projects. Residential and industrial structures can be made in precast concrete, and this will reduce construction cost as well as construction time significantly. Ultra high performance concrete is made using cement, sand, steel, fiber, flash. Using this new technology of steel fiber, which is already widely used in Singapore and Malaysia, we can increase the distance between the two piers from 30 meters to 120 meters. This would not only boost sustainability, but also save the cost of construction up to 30% to 40%. The glass fiber reinforcement polymer, GFRP, is sustainable alternative to conventional steel. The reinforcement meant we should explore its possibility of large-scale application. We should explore use of steel fibers and glass fibers in the building of structures in India also. This is successfully implemented in many countries. We can also use ethanol in generator sets. I have carried out successful experiments and I am using ethanol in generating sets, which are giving an excellent efficiency at a lower price without any air pollution. Through this forum, I am appealing all the industry leaders to adopt sustainable development goals into the structure of your respective organizations. We have to transform these technologies, these ideologies and agenda into resolutions and commitments. A clear action plan with target and timeline to achieve them should be made. Today at this convention, we should focus on understanding mechanism for tracking progress on sustainable development goals, exchange of best practices, innovation chaired by stakeholders, championed by stakeholders, creating an actionable plan on sustainable development goals. And with these words, I am thankful to the FICCI Association, particularly Mr. Sanjeev Mehta, Mr. Subrakant Panda, for inviting and providing me this platform and to share my views. I am also giving open invitation to all of you. Regarding my ministry, we are making the world standard road infrastructure in the country. I am promising you that before end of 24, our road infrastructure will be equal to the standard of USA, American standards. And I understand the logistic cost is a big problem. Presently it comes to 16%. But I am promising you that up to the end of 24, we will take it up to in a single digit, up to 9%. And that is going to help for getting more exports. And it is really a most important thing for all of you. By reducing the logistic cost, we should be more compatible in the world market. And there is a huge sky is the limit. Huge opportunities are there. And the people like you who can make the vision for that. I am always telling to people that you can donate I, but you cannot donate vision. My request to the office bearers of the FICCI that let us prepare a plan for next 50 years, at least minimum 20 years in all the sectors. And we, with the government, with the industry, with all stakeholders, we will march ahead to get that goal. I am confident that today, the way in which you are working, they will have young talented engineering manpower available in India, our big market available in India, the domestic advantages are there, and in the international market, now it is the time that we need to increase our business and presence. The people like you who can really make miracles in this sector. I am really happy and I am really giving my thanks to all of you. I wish you all a happy and healthy life ahead. And once again, giving my best wishes for all of you for our future. Namaskar. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. You have really enthused the August gathering here. Thank you for your noteworthy address and for your extremely innovative ideas. May I now invite Mr. Subrakant Panda and may I request him to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways. Nitin ji, I am very grateful that you have taken time out from amidst a very, very busy schedule to address us today. You have always been a staunch supporter of FICCI, and for that I am deeply grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you will agree that it's both enlightening as well as a delight to listen to Gadkari ji, because it's a rare combination of empathy for the common man coupled with a sharp mind which is always thinking of new and innovative ideas, many of which he has highlighted in his speech today. He is also someone who has a tremendous command over facts and figures and is able to reel off statistics at his fingertips. And so your push to make India both energy independent as well as energy efficient is praiseworthy. But of course, I think your greatest contribution has been to the infrastructure sector, which is a key driver of the Indian economy and something that you have really galvanized in your stint as minister. Creating world class infrastructure in the country has been your passion, and the blistering pace at which projects are being taken up and completed, I must add, as well as highways that are being